What's up, everyone, and welcome back to Movie Raised.
After We Fell, the sequel to Anna Todd's really successful fanfic-turned-novel-turned-film After, was filled with surprising revelations. But the biggest surprise was when we found out that Josephine Langford, the actress that plays Tessa in the romantic drama, almost quit the film. Here's why. Filming location.
He could follow you. I was hoping that we would move to London after graduation.
And how was I supposed
A year ago, we found out that the two last films of the After franchise, After We Fell and After Ever Happy, wrapped up filming. And while After We Fell was released this year, the release date for After Ever Happy, the last film of the franchise, will be in the summer or fall next year. Back in October 2020, filming of After We Fell started, and because of the critical situation the world was in, the producers of the film decided to film the last two movies in Bulgaria. Because the case numbers were so high in Georgia, where After and After We Collided were filmed, the entire production for the final films brought this decision, and back then, Bulgaria's cases numbers were much lower. Now imagine how difficult it is to film two movies in the middle of a world pandemic where there are thousands of safety restrictions. But the After crew did it, and in a quite short time. The thing is, a lot of actors from the After franchise weren't really joyful regarding the filming location. Some rumors even claim Josephine Langford almost quit the film because of this, and the following reason. 4 actors replaced.
You can come back.
relationships?
The characters Landon, Christian Vance, Kimberly Vance, and Carol Young were all played by different actors in the second film of the franchise After We Collided. And now the third film features different actors for the same roles. You probably wonder what happened. Well, there's been a huge casting change-up in the After franchise. The actors have been replaced and will not be appearing in After We Fell and After Ever Happy. As we previously said, After movies 3 and 4 were filmed in Bulgaria, and because of this, some actors decided not to reprise their roles in the last two films. Chance Perdomo plays the role of Landon, which was previously played by Shane Paul McGee. Shortly after the news about the new cast, Shane let fans know that he had quit the franchise after he could not come to an agreement with production. The official After account also announced that the roles of Christian and Kimberly Vance and Tessa's mother Carol has also been recast. Stephen Moyer is replacing Charlie Weber as Christian Vance, Ariel Kebbel is replacing Candace King as Kimberly Vance, and Mira Sorvino is replacing Selma Blair as Carol Young. Carter Jenkins also joins the cast as Robert, Tessa's new love interest. But the cast replacement got a lot of fans mad, and because of the unwanted reaction, a statement was released where the producers explained why certain actors had to be replaced. Dear Afternators, it was important to us to finish telling Tessa and Hardin's story in a timely manner, and given the challenges posed by the pandemic, we had to make some difficult choices. At the end of the day, these choices were all in service of protecting the cast and crew, and doing our best to deliver you, the Afternators, the best fans in the world, the best possible movies. According to a lot of rumors, choosing to film in Eastern Europe was one of the reasons Jo almost quit the film. Plus, she might have had some influence with the huge recast change. This isn't the first time the franchise has recast some roles. Ahead of After We Collided, Peter Gallagher and Jennifer Beals, who played Ken Scott and Karen Scott, were replaced by Rob Estes and Karima Westbrook after scheduling disputes. Finishing 2 films during a pandemic.
You sabotage every good moment that we have.
No crowd scenes, limited romance, limited creative freedom, and many other restrictions were used when producers were filming back in 2020. And this is definitely a strong reason why Josephine almost quit the film. Across the entertainment industry, a surprisingly big number of films were still working 5 months after the world was caught by an awful pandemic. In states such as Georgia, regular production of films started, but under some really strict rules, and instead of crew members casually hanging out, they were working under really crazy conditions, all because of the pandemic. Now, the After crew also worked under some really strict rules, but they were more loosened up because they went to a film at a place that had a lower number of cases. These changes might seem fine and easy to deal with, but are not. And that's why a lot of rumors claim Jo almost quit the film After franchise. Working under risks is not easy. Would you guys ever work on such projects during a pandemic? Let us know. Focusing on other roles. Josephine Langford is mostly known for her role in the After franchise, but what other films has she been in? Josephine actually started acting before her older sister, Catherine Langford. Having starred alongside the kissing booth is Joey King in the 2017 horror film Wish Upon, and horror series Wolf Creek, and Amy Poehler's comedy Moxie. Now, we're not saying acting in a franchise is bad. Look at Harry Potter and Daniel Radcliffe. But most actors are scared that if they take years to act in a film consisting of more parts, they will only be remembered as the role they play in that franchise. Daniel Radcliffe is also a good example of this, and that's probably the reason Josephine Langford almost quit the After franchise. The long-awaited After We Fell came out this year, and the film picks up the story of After We Collided, following a pretty rocky relationship in which both leads have to deal with plenty of struggles. Tessa is again struggling with Hardin, how he deals with issues in a relationship, and we must admit that Josephine Langford's performance was amazing in the third film. But she did seem like she had enough of this film, don't you think? Jo is really talented, and she can use that talent in some really good films that have a deeper meaning, according to most fans. Because After is a bad movie?
I was going to tell you ages ago.
If you ask us, we love the entire film franchise, and we simply adore the characters so much that we've watched every film more than once. However, according to a lot of people, there is a problem with the movie After, and the problem is not the story itself, it is instead so much deeper than its plot. On the surface, After is another teen drama film that presents a troubled couple. The film's lead is Tessa Young, Josephine Langford, an innocent girl who often makes her character look, too innocent. So a lot of fans had a problem with how the film presents the relationship between the two main characters and how they glamorize an unhealthy relationship. The end. No worries, guys, Josephine Langford finished the last two films, and she did not quit. Since Anna Todd's After series has flown off the page to the big screen, it brought a lot of fans. The romance starring Josephine Langford and hero fiennes-tiffin has become one of the most watched franchises in the world, and it resulted in all 4 books being adapted into films. But we need to prepare to say goodbye to Tessa and Hardin next year when After Ever Happy gets its release date. While that's certainly sad, director Castile Landon has shared that there are more After movies already in the works. The last 2 After films featuring Hero and Jo in the lead roles will definitely be After We Fell and After Ever Happy. However, Deadline has now announced the franchise will continue its story with a prequel for Hardin and a sequel for the couple's children. Castile Landon, the writer of the already familiar After franchise, will also write the future After films. The prequel will focus on Hardin as a teenager, and we'll get to see more of how this bad boy got his manners. The After sequel will continue the story of After but 15 years later, and it will focus on Tessa and Hardin's children and how they learn not to make some same mistakes their dad and mom made. Did you guys like Josephine Langford's performance in After? Why do you think she almost quit the film? Let us know in the comment section below. If you enjoyed our video, make sure you subscribe to our channel so you never miss any of the videos in the future. As always, thanks for watching.